Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to another video. So there's actually this image going around tonight, and I can imagine maybe tomorrow it'll actually blow up or go viral soon. I've already seen it on 4 different social medias, and I'm just gonna say this really quick just so you guys know that no, the PS5 isn't having any overheating issues. I've been sent this image from friends, I've seen it on Reddit, I've also seen it on Twitter, and I've even seen it on Discord. And I mean, this is some good clickbait too. I'm gonna tell you right now, you're gonna see some scummy YouTubers spam this in your feed. It really depends on who you follow, but the recommendation is still probably gonna get to you somehow anyways. Or you're gonna see it on Twitter or Instagram. So I wanna save you guys the time, I wanna explain it just a little bit, and no, if you see this image, don't believe it. The PS5 is not having any overheating issues. Anyway, so what's up with this message? What's on the go, and why did this PS5 overheat? Well, I'll tell you why, and it's actually pretty self-explanatory. Retailers are having their PS5s out on stands, and they're having them running for hours in these tiny little glass coffins. And I mean, it's pretty obvious. What do you expect is going to happen when you put such a powerful device in a little glass case like this? I mean, it's actually plastic, but still, that probably even makes it worse, honestly. It's just crazy to me that they actually do this when, even in the wintertime, I don't even turn on my heat sometimes because my PS4 already does the job. My PS4 alone will heat my entire room. So a PS5 just in this enclosed tight plastic casing is just such a bad idea. No holes, no ventilation, just a straight enclosed box. Not to mention, this isn't even the first time this has happened, by the way. I don't know if y'all remember, but when the PS4 first dropped, Best Buy and other places did the exact same thing, and guess what we saw? One by one, all over the world, PS4s were overheating. So it's pretty clear at this point they don't really care what happens to these consoles. If they already knew it was a problem before, and now they're doing it again, that's just, I mean, they just don't care, honestly. The PS5, I feel, is actually going to be really reliable, guys. That's why the PS5 is so huge to begin with. It's to help with the reliability. Same with the Xbox, you know how it's a box. So yeah, if you have a PS5, I wouldn't worry at all. I feel like the reliability is going to be really good on these things. Although if you have an Xbox on the way, that's a little bit of a different story. I don't really want to get into it just because it's kind of toxic to talk bad about other consoles. When myself, I haven't been doing a lot of research on Xbox because I don't really care. I don't have one coming. I do have a PS5 coming. But I have seen a lot of posts, and I've done a little bit of digging onto these Xbox posts, and they're having some weird overheating issues and some crashing issues. And I've also seen that one had a black screen of death, but these are apparently all beta consoles. So these problems are probably being taken care of, and we'll probably end up having a quick fix towards them over our software update. But anyways, that's all, guys. I just wanted to make sure you guys weren't getting baited and not getting clickbaited. I don't want you guys to scroll through your Instagram feed and see that, oh no, the PS5s are unreliable. They're not. I'm willing to bet they're doing really good right now, and I can almost guarantee you that there will not be any overheating issues. Anyways, guys, it's Nitrit. Sorry for a little bit of a different video. Just wanted to warn you guys. Also, thanks for all the support lately, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.
Yeah, I ain't here for it.
Who are you? British Secret Intelligence is something we'd like you to do.
I know Krav Maga.
I know shooting people in the head.
If you're still not sold on the PlayStation 5, you will be able to go to a store, specifically Best Buy, and actually see a demo kiosk in the wild, which you and I haven't actually gotten to do that yet. In a normal year, there would have been preview events and E3s and Comic Cons. We probably would have seen some PS5s here and there. But if you want to see a PS5 up close in person, see how big it is, you can go do that in the Best Buy in America and Canada right now. Some people are actually taking pictures of those kiosks as we speak, and they're cool looking. It's
Yeah, here, we got a photo of one here. It looks, it's apparently actually running Spider-Man. The interesting thing about this is, I guess in an effort to keep people from getting their dirty little hands on everything, you cannot experience the DualSense firsthand, which honestly,
right.
That's a bummer because that's one of its big, bells and whistles, but also it's probably for the best to discourage people from, putting their hands on something during food season this year, especially.
So this demo kiosk shows off some pictures of the accessories and the console itself running, the hardware itself running on a 4K TV, presumably, which is great. I imagine it's just like cycling through demos and stuff like that. But here's the thing: if you look closely, this console is actually encased in this sort of like hard plastic bubble, probably for safety measures, for theft measures, and a bunch of other things. And that's kind of a problem because it doesn't really have a lot of room to breathe. Now this, specifically the PS5 by design, is gigantic so that it can breathe, right? We all had PS4s and PS4 Pros, and most of us will tell you that by the end of its life cycle, or especially playing big games like, The Last of Us, God of War, that thing sounded like a helicopter.
Yeah.
Right? That was a running joke.
I mean, I think it's a helicopter if you get like a pebble or something in there. I was going to go with the jet engine, but
Yeah.
the point is taken. But yeah, so if you have this thing that's meant to ventilate and then you lock it in a plastic box that doesn't have air holes, what you might kind of expect is
this. Twitter users Aliak was in a Best Buy and said, there's a Series X and a PS5 on display at my Best Buy, and the Series X is actually way smaller than I expected, which is kind of funny. The PS5 though, goddamn. Upon further inspection, the screen had a message on it stating that the PS5 was too hot to use. Like if you've ever owned a mobile phone, like an iPhone or something like that, and you've been out on a hot day, or you're like just sitting out in a park or something like that, and you put your phone down, you go to pick it up, it might give you that warning. This is happening here. Now, before everybody jumps down the throat of this thing and that says that it has overheating issues, we can't confirm any of that yet, but we can confirm that if you put the PS5 in a plastic bubble, which feels like such a dumb thing for them to do.
Like maybe a metal cage or something.
Yeah.
Anything. Yeah.
Let it breathe. And I remember a few weeks ago there was a lot of rumors kicking around about how hot the Series X would get, right? And people were doing sort of thermo tests on it and stuff like that, checking the temperature, making sure that this wouldn't be a problem. And it turned out to be, nothing. This is a big system, and so I think a lot of people are going to either put it on the floor, next to their TVs, or try to jam it into their entertainment centers in some way.
I've been saying this, but I think this generation of consoles is going to sort of change the way that we buy entertainment centers. Like I stayed in a hotel a couple years ago, and I thought it was really funny because they had wall-mounted a normal 16:9 flat screen HD TV, but they had this weird old wooden hutch that clearly used to have an old CRT TV in it. It had this whole big, spaceport. So they just shoved a fridge in there. So you had this weird entertainment center you open up and there'd be a fridge inside that. I think we're probably going to see entertainment consoles that have, first of all, a lot more space in both directions to support the Series X and the PS5, but also probably a little more breathing room. Like maybe they sort of go that weird little over-under thing where the cords go in the back and just be like, let's let it breathe. There's also, I know that some people will kit bash IKEA stuff and insert PC fans in the back to help, help cool that off. But this is kind of wild. The PS5 being too hot. I mean, obviously, given how much they've hyped up how this is a machine designed to keep itself cool, and the whole reason it looks the way it does is for that very reason. But maybe don't put it in a plastic terrarium like it's a frog caught in a creek.
Yes. And don't put a frog that you caught in a bubble like that either.
Don't catch frogs. They're endangered, man. Leave them alone.
Yeah, so just a PSA, we will obviously be looking more into this, and this is what always happens when systems launch, problems arise. And so hopefully this isn't something that we see day to day when we're actually using these $500, $400 consoles in the wild. But in the meantime, we will keep digging into this kind of stuff. But if you're getting a next-gen console next week, give it some space. Give it a little breathing room. Let it breathe.
And leave those frogs alone.